welcome you guys back to my next video. I promise you now, what's very important, guys, every single day is understanding straight away you must be working a 9 to 5 job. And now you must go and do it as soon as possible for yourself to understand straight away that you must understand straight away that you have time and you have the next, let's say, 10 days to make sure that no matter what, that you go and see exactly what you need to do all the time before you actually start for yourself. So I'm understanding straight away that no matter what I'm doing, I'm actually planning in my life to work a 9 to 5 job very soon. And I'm learning very quickly about life. And now life is very different for me. I'm understanding straight away how I can actually live my life much more differently. And I'm actually understanding something, that no matter what I do, that I'm looking for a different way of opinion and different ways of doing things to make sure that no matter what, that I have a nice and beautiful way forward. So I'm understanding straight away that as I grow myself differently, I'm making sure that no matter what, that if you go the silent way, the silent way shall exist for you, and you shall actually do what you need to do daily to succeed. So I'm understanding straight away that as I grow myself differently, I'm looking for better ways of improving myself, and I'm making sure that no matter what, that you guys also have that nice and beautiful talent and the industry that you need to succeed. So every single day I'm looking forward to understanding something about myself much more in the archipelary of life. So I'm understanding straight away that as I grow myself differently, I'm looking for better ways to say something. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm actually focusing on my love for myself. I'm actually understanding straight away that I have to do much more words and I have to do much more videos for you guys out there so that I can go and boost my legacy, because it's about my legacy today and it's about growing myself, isn't it? I promise you, the more I grow myself, the better I am. So it's much more about helping myself today to see exactly what I need to do to succeed. So for myself over here, I'm understanding that if I go and get a 9 to 5 job right now, I'm understanding straight away that it's much more how I need to go and grow myself anyway. And I need to go and help myself to deliver information. But what kind of 9 to 5 job do I look for? I promise you, I look for anything that is part-time work. And I understand part-time work is something that I find much more interesting. And I actually have to download my nice and beautiful resume and send them my resume and send people my resume. So it's much more how I feel. And I have to understand straight away that no matter what I'm doing, that I'm learning very quickly about life. So it's much more how I feel. I feel very different. So as I feel very different and as I grow myself in the best way possible, I'm actually understanding straight away that if I work full time, I'm understanding straight away I make the money. I make the money easily, but I'm understanding straight away that no matter what, I need to love myself differently also. I focus upon helping myself to understand something, that here in my biological dad's house over here, I have plenty of free time. And because I have free time, I have money as well. And I can go and travel somewhere as well, because I'm free. I mean, so now, as soon as I work the 9 to 5 job, now I have money and I have no time and I have no working holiday if I work the 9 to 5 job. So the 9 to 5 job provides you money and that's it. You must understand straight away that no matter what, that every single time you do something, make sure you understand that you have to get out of the 9 to 5 job, and you have to get out of the 9 to 5 job to go and understand something about life. And you have to understand straight away that no matter what, that most people have to work a 9 to 5 job today, and they have to work a 9 to 5 job to just be able to live life and just to be able to survive. I mean, in a sense, so you must understand that straight away that as I'm growing myself throughout life, I'm looking for better ways to deal with my life. I'm looking for better ways to say something, and I'm helping myself to improve myself regardless of the situation. So I'm understanding straight away that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly about life. But I'm understanding straight away, I see straight away how people are, and I understand straight away that if they block you, it means that they never want to be your friend. And that's it. I promise you, make sure you understand that straight away that no matter what, that as I'm growing myself differently, that you go and grow yourself in the best kind of way forward, and make sure that no matter what, that you have that nice and beautiful architecture of life where you're actually growing yourself in the moment and you're making sure that you're very positive. I can say positivity is my biggest outcome, and it's the biggest, let's say, successful attempt in my life, which is come back to the word I, and I understand straight away that as I come back to the word I understand straight away it's my best outlook about life, and it's the best way I can do life personally, which is to be positive. And I come back to the word I when I speak. And I come back to the word I, and I'm never negative because I'm always using that word I. And as I use the word I'm understanding straight away how to put it into a positive perspective, and that's my best result in life. And that's what I can teach you to do in life. I promise you every single day I'm learning how to understand to never be negative. I'm actually understanding straight away that I need to go and develop myself as a positive individual, and I need to go and grow myself differently in the process. So I'm understanding that as I was sleeping, I felt pain in my legs for some reason. So I have to move around as I sleep around, and I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly how to do life. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm making sure that no matter what, that today is a different day. And I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm focusing on a greater way of life for myself. And I'm helping myself to deliver content. So as I deliver content, I'm making sure that I have plenty of power, I have plenty of success today to succeed. And I'm making sure that no matter what, that as I grow myself differently, I'm looking for a better way of dealing with my life daily. So I'm understanding straight away that no matter what I'm doing, I'm learning from my mistakes. I mean, you understand? I'm learning from every single mistake that I can, so I can succeed differently. And no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about life, yeah? I'm learning how to actually control myself. I'm learning to become the best version of myself all the time. I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm helping myself to grow myself differently, and I'm following the rules and regulations of life, so I never go jail, and so that I live my life to the best of my ability. So I'm understanding straight away that I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm understanding straight away that as I grow myself differently, I'm definitely someone who's winning in life. I'm winning in my life right now. I'm understanding straight away that I want to go to my mum's house as soon as possible. I'm understanding as soon as the coronavirus period finishes, I want to go to my mum's house, and I want to be at my mum's house for a bit. I'm understanding straight away that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly about life here. And I'm helping myself to deliver information services while at it. I mean, you understand? So no matter what, that while I'm actually living life to the fullest, I'm actually understanding something. I'm understanding how to live my life moving forward. So I'm understanding straight away that no matter what I'm doing, I'm learning how to actually grow. And I'm learning how to actually be life much more. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm actually focusing on better ways to deal with my life. And I'm focusing on a better direction for myself, personally. So every single day, I'm learning how to actually grow myself in the best kind of direction. I promise you, if the doctor gives me a disability support pension, I have to see what's going to happen with that. I promise you, it's much more how I feel that I still have to work the 9 to 5. And I have to also change my address over here with Centrelink so that I never go jail. I understand straight away I never want to be misleading information. But every single day, I'm learning how to understand something. I'm learning how to become the best version of myself, yeah? I'm learning how to understand straight away that I'm learning how to become a star for myself. I'm learning how to actually become the best version of myself all the time with different ways of thinking and different ways of doing. And I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly about life. So that's how I feel about life. I feel different. I feel nice and beautiful. I feel the nice and beautiful blessings of life daily. And I'm focusing on myself and my potential to grow daily in front of you guys. And I'm showing up for my videos daily, and I'm doing my nice and beautiful YouTube channel daily. I'm understanding how positive I am. I'm very positive in my life. And since I'm very positive, I'm understanding straight away how I'm learning very quickly about life, and I'm learning how to actually dwell upon life much greater. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm learning how to focus. So every single day that as I focus upon my life, I'm looking for better ways of dealing with life. I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm never getting anxious. I'm making sure that I'm learning how to grow my life. I'm learning how to grow my life. I'm learning how to actually help myself to succeed. And I'm focusing on a better picture. So no matter what, I'm learning how to understand something. That if people ask me when's my last job or what do I do for my last job, I say waitering. And I just say, yeah, I went away from the 9 to 5 work for a bit so I can go and really, really enjoy myself around Australia. And I went for a little bit of a working holiday. And that's it. I promise you must understand straight away that I'm learning very quickly about life. So every single day I'm learning how to actually contact myself in a better way to succeed differently, and I'm focusing on helping myself to grow. So I'm understanding straight away that as I grow myself differently, I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning how to focus. I'm learning how to become the best version of myself differently. And I'm helping myself to understand something, that I have all the time in the world to succeed. I have all the time in the world to make sure that I'm perfecting my beautiful way of life. Say hello. So anyway, so I'm learning how to actually grow myself. So somebody's calling me, so I have to pick up the phone. So every single time, I'm learning how to develop myself. I'm learning how to understand straight away. I'm learning how to understand straight away how to live my life. So what I can do is call this person back, so I'll do better. I apologize, guys. So if somebody calls me while I'm doing a video, I have to pick it up. I understand somebody might call me, so it's very important for myself over here to be able to do my videos as well. So I'm understanding straight away that I never want to break up my videos for other people. I'm understanding straight away that what I want to do is focus upon understanding straight away that as I do my videos, I make sure that I never pick up my phone calls while doing my videos. Because that way, I'm learning much quicker. I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly how to actually succeed for myself. And I'm focusing on a greater way of life for myself personally. I'm doing something nice and beautiful every single day to improve my life. And I'm focusing on helping myself to deliver content. So what I want to do every single day is focus on helping myself to succeed differently, yeah? I'm looking for better ways to improve my life. I'm looking for better ways to do with my life. I understand straight away that I'm feeling my life through a better way of abundance. I'm making sure that I have much more success to go with my life. And I'm learning how I understand straight away how I feel throughout my life differently. I'm making sure I'm learning very quickly about different ways of opinion, different ways of saying something. I'm making sure that no matter what, I have all the success in the world. So no matter what I'm doing today, I'm learning how to focus on helping myself to succeed much more. I'm focusing on loving my life, guys. I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning how to speak. I'm speaking every single day in a different way. I'm learning how to love my life. So I focus on helping myself to succeed differently. And that way I'm learning very quickly about life itself. I understand something, guys. I understand that if you're alone throughout life, then you have to understand straight away that being alone is the best way forward, and it's the best way to be. So no matter what, you must understand straight away that I feel alone throughout my life also, and I might understand straight away to always speak positively about all the situations that are happening in my life, so I can succeed differently. So no matter what, it's much more how I'm understanding something. That today, for myself, I understand straight away that if I get a 9-to-5 job today, I'm understanding straight away how people have to wear a coronavirus mask at work over there, and I'm understanding straight away how I feel. I feel very different. So I'm understanding straight away that as I grow myself differently and as I really, really grow to the best point of view, I can understand straight away how I feel about my life. So I never want to be picking up phone calls while I'm doing my nice and beautiful video content, so I can actually do my life much greater. So every single day I'm focusing on helping myself do much greater for myself. So I'm focusing on helping myself to deliver content. So as I deliver content, I'm looking for better ways to improve. But that's why I'm actually successful, because I'm looking for better ways to improve. I'm actually reasoning. I'm reasoning with my life. I'm successful through different ways of being and different ways of saying something. I'm always successful with different ways because I'm choosing to succeed. I'm choosing to become the best version of myself. I'm choosing to make much more emphasis on my life to move forward with my life. I'm making sure that no matter what, that as I move forward, I'm never messaging people online because I have nothing to say to them. And I understand straight away I do have everything to say to those people, but I never want to say anything to those people. So I'm understanding straight away that what I do is I move on. And I help myself to succeed differently, and I make sure always to love my life differently. So it's much more how I feel, and how I feel is very different. And I'm understanding straight away how the consumption of your life may be the 9-to-5 work, but make sure you understand straight away that no matter what, that your life must be moving forward. And as you travel to work, read something. I mean, just be reading something along the way. and read something and also be speaking into an audio program so that you guys can succeed differently, yeah? And make sure that you're always ahead of the times and making sure that you're ahead of the game. I mean, every single day focus on life itself and focus on becoming the best version of yourself, but as soon as you have work, get yourself 6 soy milks every single day before you go to work, so you have soy milk for work, and so that no matter what, that you love your life much more differently, and so that no matter what, that you are paying attention and giving attention to yourself and learning how to prosper and learning how to become abundant for yourself is very important. So I'm understanding straight away that as I grow myself differently, I'm helping myself to improve. I'm learning to become the best version of myself, and I'm helping myself to love my life differently. So every single day I'm learning how to actually become the best version of myself in the best kind of way. I'm learning to read, but the more I read, the better. And the more I read, the better for me. So what I need to do while reading is walk around. I walk around, and also I speak into an audio program. And that's it. Pretty much that's all I can do. Pretty much every single day I'm learning how to focus upon my life. I'm learning to become the best version of myself, yeah? I'm learning to understand that if I delay phone calls and everything like that, and as long as I understand straight away to do my life much greater, I'm understanding I can. I'm understanding I can delay all these phone calls from different people. I'm understanding straight away that no matter what, that I have to understand that if the police comes up to me and asks me about something about my address, I say I have to change it. And that's it. I promise you, I understand straight away that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly about life, and I'm learning how to understand straight away how to deliver content as I go by differently. So I'm understanding straight away that no matter what, I'm looking for better ways to improve my life. But you must understand straight away to change your address as soon as possible, if you guys are understanding that. Which if you understand straight away to always understand straight away to be changing postcodes every single day, and move to a different postcode and move to a different area and live somewhere else, especially right now, so that you guys can understand straight away that when you move across the country, that you're going to be far happier than being in one spot. In a sense, so no matter what happens, that you understand straight away that you're learning very quickly about life. I promise you every single day I'm learning how to love my life. I'm looking for better ways of dealing with my life. I'm looking to explain much more about life. I'm looking to have much more insurance money. So I have at least $15,000 insurance money, just in case I want to maybe travel somewhere, or maybe I want to leave the 9-to-5 job, or maybe I want to do something, but I at least have $15,000 of insurance money just to be able to support myself to go a different direction. I see straight away, as I grow myself differently, I'm learning always to love my life differently, and I make sure that no matter what, that you guys have to understand to love your life differently, yeah? So it's much more how it feels. And you must understand straight away that life is very different when you're living life. So if you're living life differently, then you're making sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly about life itself, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you have plenty of time and space to move around and to do your life much greater. So focus on helping yourself to succeed differently, and making sure that no matter what, that you're lifting people. So when you're lifting people, you're making sure that you're learning how to speak while you're speaking, and you're learning how to actually do life much greater in front of people, because that's the way to go. And I understand, because that's the way to go, then you must understand straight away to learn life much more. But you must understand, every single day I do a video like this, I make sure I'm very, very positive about my situations. I'm looking for better ways to improve. I'm looking for myself to pitch you all the way as much as I can. And I'm looking to help myself to succeed differently as much as possible, so I love my life differently. So every single day I'm learning how to actually grow myself differently. I'm making sure I always have that nice and beautiful time with myself. I'm making sure I have that nice and beautiful feeling with my life all the time. And I'm learning how to love my life differently, yeah? So it's much more how it is. So I always have much more than enough time to speak for you guys daily, and I'm making sure I'm learning from the situation. I'm learning from everything that's happening. I promise you, it's much more how it is. And you have to put in the time and effort. And you have to put in the time and effort for everything. And then as you put in the time and effort for everything, you're learning how to actually prosper along the way. And you're making sure that no matter what, that you're learning how to grow for yourself. I promise you, every single day, I'm learning how to grow. I'm learning how to grow myself in every single situation. So I'm learning how to help myself to do what's said and do what people want me to do, so that I can go and learn for myself, and so that I can go and do something much greater, because you have to do what they require of you. But you must understand that I have the 10 Commandments, and other people have 10 Commandments also. So you must understand that it's never just about you, but it's also about them. But what you believe that is the 10 Commandments is maybe never what they believe as the 10 Commandments of God. I mean, in a sense, so let's put an example. For example, person A is running off around Australia and with the government's money without wanting to work the 9-to-5 job, and it's misleading information. And person B and the governments out there are trying to, let's say, give you money while also saying, hey, we need you to work the 9-to-5 job for the money we give you. And we require that you are a person who goes and exceeds our expectations by going and searching for a job instead of traveling around Australia. So person A disagrees with that, and you have to understand straight away that if you disagree with that, then guess what, Bosh, they can put you in jail for 5 years. Bosh, people can put you in jail for 5 years just for going around Australia or the world with people's, in terms of the government's money. Understand? I promise you must understand that. So no matter what, I'm learning how to quickly deliver content. So that's what I've been doing. I've been doing something nice and beautiful for myself, where I'm learning how to grow myself, and I'm learning how to actually treasure myself over here, where I understand where I say that no matter what, that as I grow myself, I'm looking to learn and I'm looking to grow, but I've been using the government's money. I've been using the government's money to go around Australia. I understand? Because I understand that what's important is delivering content. So I've been delivering my content, I've been doing my work, but they disagree with me. And probably people around other people in terms of governments disagree with me, because I've been doing a nice and beautiful service for myself and God, but I've been also misleading them in terms of how I get the money. I understand? Yes, I've been misleading people for the money I've been getting from the government. In a sense, so what I need to understand straight away, that I've been misleading the government to get the money from them. In a sense, so why? Because I understand straight away that when I get the money from them, I'm free. I'm free to live my life as much as possible. In a sense, so make sure you understand that I'm somebody who can do something much greater for myself. So I'm understanding straight away that you must understand that since the government over here is printing money, I'm not sure why can I not print money? I'm not sure I want to print money as well, but they never allow me to print money. Or should they never allow me to print money, but they are printing money? Why? Why? In a sense, so the reason for myself over here, to show you guys that I'm never a thief of life, but I'm just trying to take back my freedom. I'm just trying to get more free in life. Understand? But no matter what, I'm learning how to understand that Jesus Christ never misleads people with information. So I'm understanding straight away that I benefit from the situation here. And I'm learning how to just go with Jesus Christ. And I'm learning to just go and work the 9-to-5 job now, because I've already seen Australia. I've seen Australia already. So I'm understanding straight away that as I've seen Australia with the government's money, I'm understanding straight away, I'm learning how to grow myself, and I'm learning to expose myself completely to show you guys that, hey, I deserve to be free just as much as you guys. In a sense, so that's my career and that's my legacy. In a sense, so no matter what, as I grow myself differently, I'm learning to understand that I'm still somebody who can perform and outperform myself daily. I'm still able to go and really do videos, and I'm able to do whatever I can to succeed. In a sense. But since I'm actually learning how to grow myself differently, and then since I'm actually learning how to persuade myself to do better, I'm understanding straight away that I'm never misleading the government anymore. In a sense, I promise you, although the government over there has told me that I can go around Australia traveling with their money. I promise you must understand that. I promise you. So I went around the world traveling with the government's money. So you must understand, although every single day I'm understanding straight away that right now I'm understanding that I'm currently somebody who needs to change my address with the government so that I never mislead them. I mean, understand? And I'm never trying to mislead people anymore. I'm understanding straight away. I've learned from the situation, and I'm learning how to understand straight away that I want to help forgiveness. I want to help you to understand forgiveness in life. I want you to understand straight away that it's much more how I feel, and how I feel is very different. So every single time I'm learning very quickly how to live my life. I'm learning to expose the truth, and the truth is just the way it is. I mean, in a sense, so Jesus Christ never wants to put me in jail for what I've done. I mean, in a sense, so why do you want to put me in jail for what I've done? I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand straight away that no matter what, that it's much more how I feel, that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly how to succeed throughout life. So I'm understanding straight away that no matter what, it's just the way it is. So if you expose yourself totally and you put it out into the world, then you've told the world exactly what you mean. And that way you're learning very quickly about life. So every single time I'm learning how to understand this. That since I was somebody who was misleading information with police and with the government, I promise you must understand that I'm no longer that person. I'm no longer that person who misleads people. I mean, understand? I promise you, every single time I was misleading my father and mother as well when I was doing drugs. I mean, understand? I wasn't honest with them. I was never honest with them about what I was really doing. I mean, understand? But you must understand to be honest with people really with what you're doing. And now you must understand that if you realize this, the people have 10 commandments of God on their side, and you have 10 commandments of God. But your 10 commandments of God is just for you. But their 10 commandments of God is just for them. I mean, understand? Now, what you believe as 10 commandments of God is never what they believe of what's 10 commandments of God. So what you need to do is you need to find yourself on the majority side, and you need to go and do what the majority want you to do. I mean, you understand? So that's how you actually grow yourself. So if the majority say, hey, we expect you to work the 9 to 5 job if we give you some money, then make sure you go and work the 9 to 5 job if they give you money. I mean, understand? Instead of going around Australia or the world like I have. I mean, understand? So you must understand it's a big difference. So make sure you understand that you never ever mislead people in life. So make sure you understand straight away that if the government says something for you to do, then do it. But do it if Jesus Christ wants you to do it. I want you to do it over Jesus Christ's way. But because I've been trying to take control of my freedom, I've been trying to be much more free in my life. I've been trying to help myself to have freedom in life. I mean, that's why I went that road. I mean, that's why I went the road of misleading people, so that I can go and do something for myself to help myself to succeed. So I did it for my success, and that's it. I see you must understand straight away that no matter what, that I'm somebody who's never a criminal. I'm never a criminal. But you must understand that other people may believe so. I mean, other people may believe that this man who's holding a public speaking microphone is a criminal. But I'm never a criminal. I promise you, every single day I'm learning very quickly how to understand something. I'm learning how to actually perform and outperform myself. So what I want to do is help myself to deliver content, and that's it. But you must understand straight away that as I go and grow myself, I'm very positive. I'm making sure that no matter what, that I expose the truth, and the truth shall set me free. And I'm learning how to actually grow myself in the process. I'm learning how to actually become the best version of myself, regardless of the situation. So do I upload this video online? I promise you, yes. I'm doing this video online, doing everything online. I ask Jesus Christ what they'll do. I mean, Jesus Christ says, upload it. I say upload it because I'm never afraid of anything, yeah? So I'm understanding straight away that every single day I'm learning how to actually focus upon my life. So it's much more how I feel, and how I feel is very different. But you guys can forgive me, yeah? Just as Jesus Christ can. I mean, in a sense, so it's much more how criminals are behind printing money. And they print money and make you work for it. I mean, in a sense, they make you work for money. I mean, all I'm saying is never work for money. I mean, in a sense, so that's why I went and done what I done, because I never did want to work for money. I mean, so every single day you must understand the situation is that if you bring it back to the nice and beautiful way of fashion, where you're an honest person, doing what other people want you to do, and learning from the situation, and giving people the notion that you're succeeding in different ways, then you're understanding straight away how to succeed, and you're learning how to grow yourself differently in the situation of life. So make sure you understand straight away that I'm learning very quickly how I'm never somebody who's misleading information. I mean, so make sure you understand that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly about life now. I mean, since I'm never somebody who's misleading information ever, I'm making sure that I'm learning how to actually grow myself differently, yeah? I'm making sure I'm learning from the situation. I'm learning how to grow myself differently. I'm making sure that I have something to do all the time. I'm understanding straight away that no matter what, I'm moving on from the situation. I'm moving on from the past. I'm making sure that you understand straight away that I'm learning how to contradict myself in different ways. I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning how to quickly expose myself and what I've been doing about life. And now, as soon as I expose myself and I post it up online and do what you want with it. But you must understand straight away, it's much more how different I am. I'm much more different about my life now. I've seen most of Australia. And yes, I was using the government's money. But either way, I mean, you must understand that I'm learning how to grow myself differently, yeah? I'm learning how to become the best version of myself regardless. And I learned something along the way. But I'm not a criminal. Because I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to expose myself as much as possible. I'm trying to help myself to understand something. That life is like that. I mean, life is different. So you must understand straight away that as I'm growing myself, I'm looking for better ways to improve myself differently, and I'm helping myself to understand something. And no matter what, that I'm never somebody who's misleading information anymore. I mean, saying because I never did understand that. I never did understand what's happening. I mean, so I never knew why. I mean, so no matter what, I'm understanding something. I'm understanding how I grow myself now. I see, since I'm actually growing myself now, I'm actually understanding something. I'm understanding that I'm very truthful about what I'm speaking about. And I'm making sure that no matter what, that as I'm truthful, I'm learning how to penetrate myself to do greater. But the truth always comes out. I mean, understand? And you know, you must understand straight away that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about life. And you must understand that no matter what, that as I grow about life, I'm learning from the situation. So whatever you guys say about me is very different. I mean, so it's all different about life. I'm Russia, everything's different. But I'm learning how to actually grow myself in the best way. I'm learning how to give you guys the best notion to come back to the word I as you speak, and come and say the truth all the time and speak the truth in front of people. And understand straight away that no matter what, that as I grow myself differently, that I'm never ever giving false information anymore. I mean, so make sure you understand that I'm learning how to go and grow myself, yeah? And I just have to go and change the Centrelink address, and that's it. I have to change my Centrelink address to pinpoint where my address is, and that's it. I mean, so no matter what, I'm learning very quickly how to love my life. And no matter what, I'm learning how other people have to forgive me. I mean, you have to forgive me for what I've done. I mean, because what I've done is just went around Australia with the government's money, and that's it. Well, you just have to forgive me for that. I promise you. I promise you that every single day, you must understand that, yes, I've been using the government's money since a little boy. And since I was a little baby, I've been using the government's money. I mean, every single day, I'm still a little baby. I mean, so every single day, I'm learning how Social Security is like that. And I've been using Social Security as my attempt to live a successful life. And I'm far successful now than ever before. And I have far more money now than ever before because, yes, I'm still receiving Social Security, but I still have around $4,000 net worth now. And it's just a little bit of money, but listen, Roshi, it's the most I've ever had. Roshi, $4,000 net worth, and I'm 29 years of age. Roshi, it's the most I've ever had. But now when I go work the 9-to-5 job, Roshi, there's far more money I'm going to have now. Roshi, at least $1 million net worth. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that. I can have at least $1 million net worth. I promise you, anybody can go to a 9-to-5 job and make $1 million. I promise you, anybody can do that right now. I mean, in a sense, so every single day you must understand straight away that as I grow myself differently, I'm learning how to actually grow myself in the best kind of way. So if I said this to people in terms of the police and to the government out there and to the police especially, or should they put me in jail for this? You understand? Or should they put me in jail for this nice and beautiful technique that I gave you? I mean, in a sense, so every single day they put me in approach the police. Approach the police are different. Approach they're somebody different. I mean, in a sense, but you must understand straight away, I'm learning how to grow. I'm learning how to be honest with you. I mean, in a sense, so every single day you must understand that I'm never complaining, and I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning how to understand that this whole video is a lie. I'm lying to you the whole time. You understand? And you must understand, guys, that everything's good for me. I'm just lying to you. I'm just giving you guys examples. I'm giving you guys examples of what I mean. I mean, you understand? So that's what I mean. I'm just lying to you the whole time. But you must understand, so every single day, learn how to forgive and learn how to move on. I mean, every single day you must understand straight away that as I grow myself differently, the important thing is that you must understand that you must grow yourself and you must move on with the situation. So you must understand that no matter what, now I'm learning very quickly how to love my life. But if I'm a thief or a liar, I'm never a thief, I'm never a cheat, I'm never a liar. I'm making sure I'm learning from the grow, I'm learning from how I grow, I'm learning how I'm doing much greater. I'm learning how to understand something. I'm learning how to understand straight away my freedom is now. I promise you. I'm learning to become free. I'm learning to understand something about life. I'm learning to understand straight away that I'm moving on from the situation. I'm moving on from everything to become much greater. But it's much more how I'm exposing myself all the time and making sure you understand that this whole video is one big lie. Like I said. And that's it. But you must understand straight away that every single day I'm learning how to grow myself. And I'm learning how to understand something, to just love my life. So if you understand something about life, then it's much more how you need to go and grow yourself. And you have to understand straight away how to never be a thief and never be a cheat. And make sure that no matter what, that you're learning how to understand life itself. But life is different for everybody. And you must understand straight away, you have to grow yourself differently and you have to be able to prosper all the time. I mean, every single time you must understand that if you choose to be prosperous around life and if you choose to be someone who never ridicules yourself, but you choose to understand something about being the best version of yourself differently, then making sure that no matter what, that your life is nice and beautiful all the time, to succeed is the best way forward. So every single time I'm learning how to actually help myself. So that's how I'm actually growing, and I'm growing through different ways of thinking. So every single day, you must understand to give people examples of everything. So make sure you understand straight away that you must understand that as you grow, you shall succeed. And as you succeed, you have to go and help yourself to understand something. So that's what I do. I do something different every single day. I make sure that no matter what, that I'm learning how to actually understand what my story is and why my story goes the way it does. So I'm learning how to actually grow myself in the process, and I'm making sure I have that nice and beautiful feeling all the time. So I'm loving my life. I'm loving my life differently. I'm looking for better ways to improve. I'm looking for better ways to deal with life, yeah? And that's what you guys need to be doing. I'm pretty sure you guys need to be helping yourself to, right now, help to develop yourself and to help yourself to develop yourself and to help yourself to recover from anything that you are saying. So you must understand straight away that I'm always telling the truth. I'm always telling the truth. And I'm understanding straight away I'm learning how to grow myself, yeah? So it's much more how I feel. I feel that no matter what, that you guys have to understand that I'm learning very quickly about life and I'm helping myself to grow. And that's the important thing. Most important thing is that I grow myself. And you must understand that as I grow myself differently, I'm learning how to understand straight away that you guys have to understand to grow. Virtually, it's much more how it is. And you guys have to understand to report yourself in terms of what you've been doing and what you've done and everything in terms of life and expose it totally so that you guys can understand straight away what you need to do about it. Virtually, you must understand all the time, I'm always loving my life. I'm always loving this life that I have. I'm always enjoying myself along the way. I'm always doing something that's actually helping me move forward. I'm actually helping myself. I'm actually helping myself to develop serenity and to develop peace and quiet in my life. But I'm understanding straight away what I can do with the money and what I can do with life itself. I'm understanding straight away how I can go work now. I can go work the 9-to-5 job. I can go do what I need to do now. And I can enjoy my life. I can enjoy my peaceful life now. And I'm better now than ever before. I have a better job now than ever before. I have much more money now than ever before. But I'm making sure that anyway, that what happens in the next 30 years of my life is different. I have to go to my mum's house. I have to go and live with her. And I have to make a kid. I have to make a kid. I have to make 2, 3 kids. I mean, make sure I understand something. I understand something right now. That one kid is more enough for me. But actually, one little kid is more enough for me. I mean, you understand? I promise you, every single day I'm learning how to grow myself differently. And I'm learning how to have everything for myself. So as I focus upon life and as I focus upon living my life differently, I'm focusing on helping myself to improve myself. I'm focusing on helping myself to have all the strength and all the success of the world daily. So I'm focusing on helping myself to understand something, that life is on my side and life is happening for you. Understand? I first you have to understand that. So as I grow myself differently, I'm looking for better ways to improve. I'm looking for helping myself to succeed differently. So no matter what, I'm learning how to actually focus. So as I focus upon life, I'm looking at different ways of improving myself through focus, and I'm looking for helping myself to succeed. So you guys have to understand straight away how to communicate. And communication is different. If you understand how to communicate, then you understand straight away how to actually live life. Actually, life is communication. And those people who actually speak communication all day long are the ones who can be successful. I promise you. You must understand straight away how to become successful at what you're doing. First, you must understand how to actually live your life. I mean, you must understand how to live your life to the best of your potential, and you must understand how to grow yourself. I promise you must understand how to actually lift yourself in the process. So focus on life. I mean, focus on something that's actually helping you move forward. So what helps me move forward especially is giving ideas and giving you ideas. So I'll show you exactly what I'm doing. So it's all quick and easy, and it's all nice and beautiful for myself, and it's all nice and beautiful in terms of ways of thinking and ways of doing life. So I'm understanding straight away that as you move on from the conversation at hand, then you're learning how to actually prosper yourself into greatness. Actually, you're learning very quickly about life, and you're doing something that's nice and beautiful for yourself, and you're making sure that you have more enough success all the time to succeed. And you're making sure that no matter what, that you're learning how to have life. But the pension is never the way to go. Firstly, it's never the way to go to have a pension in life. First, you need more than money. First, you need more money than a pension. First, you must understand that there's a world out there that you must go and see, and you have to make money to go and see it. First, you have to make money to go and see the world. First, you must understand straight away that as I grow myself differently, I'm learning how to actually focus upon life itself. I'm learning how to actually do my life. I'm actually learning how to actually become the best version of myself. I'm learning how to actually understand something. I'm learning how to understand to never ever do false leading information trading thing. I'm learning how to understand straight away that no matter what, that I'm somebody much more than that. I'm understanding straight away that I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm understanding straight away that false leading information is a government offense. Understand? So make sure you understand to follow the government rules. Understand? And make sure that you never misleading information. Because otherwise, if the police catch you, firstly they can actually give you a maximum 5-year sentence for that, of a prison sentence. Understand? So be careful, and make sure you understand straight away that no matter what, that you have to understand that you deserve all the success in the world as much as I do, and you must understand that everybody deserves success as much as Jesus Christ does. And you must understand straight away that I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning how to actually understand something. I'm learning how to go around the world traveling and loving my life differently. I can go and visit Bali. I can go visit New Zealand. I can go visit these places now, and I'm understanding straight away that I can go and help myself to succeed, because I understand I make the money and then I go. I mean, I make the money and I go, and that's it. And I understand straight away that life is having a family and life is being around people who are much more like-minded like you, and being around people who are much more positive around you. And that's how you actually succeed. And you succeed through different ways of dealing with life. And you forgive people for what they've done. I mean, because when you forgive people for what they've done, then you're actually learning how to actually grow yourself differently. But make sure you understand straight away that if you admit to the truth, then the truth shall set you free. I mean, first you must understand straight away that no matter what, that I'm learning how to quickly understand something. Now, I never ever falsely lead information anymore. I mean, I'm never ever doing false leading information anymore, because I understand sometimes when I was a kid before, and I'm still a kid, I was false leading information on many regards, I understand, and many ways of doing things, but now I'm understanding straight away how to grow myself. And I'm learning from that situation. I'm learning from all those situations where I was a drug addict and I was false leading information to my dad, to be dishonest, to just make sure that he never catches me, I understand, and make sure I understand straight away that no matter what, I'm learning from that. I mean, so every single day I'm learning how to grow myself differently. I'm learning how to actually help myself to grow. So no matter what, you must understand how to be honest with yourself. And be honest with yourself, yeah? Because that way you're honest with people and you're actually upfront with everything that you said, and you're actually learning the key art of differences. So make sure every single day you're learning very quickly about life. And as you learn about life, you're learning about what you need to do about life and what you need to say and what you need to become. So life is very different, and life is helping yourself to understand straight away how to live life and making sure that no matter what, that you're learning much more quicker about life, and you're learning much more quickly about your legacy and what's happening around your life moving forward, because that's the only way forward. And the only way forward is to make sure that you're lifting your words. So it's much more I feel that no matter what, that you have to understand that people just go work. They go 9 to 5 job and they work. And you have to be able to do so also. I mean, do you understand? I mean, you have to be able to go and work the 9 to 5 job just like everybody else. And you have to work full time. I understand? Because you have to work full time. I understand? So every single time, you must understand straight away, you have to be able to do that for yourself. And you have to keep the job. You have to keep consistent at it. And you have to make yourself a money, and you have to make yourself a great life for yourself. I promise you must understand that money comes to a certain point of view, and that's it. But you must understand that what I do now with the money I have is just this. I can, for the next 6 months, be in my dad's house over here without the 9 to 5 job. But that money is running low, and it's running down. I mean, understand? I promise you it's much more better for me to go work 9 to 5 job now, to succeed and make more money now, than it is for me to let that money run down, because maybe my tooth starts hurting. If my tooth starts hurting, then guess what happens? I have to use that money from the government to place it into my tooth, to fix my tooth. And I need to get insurance money anyway. I need to have insurance money. So I'm learning very quickly about life, yeah? I'm learning how to succeed differently. I'm learning how it's much more worth it for me to do life greater. So I'm understanding straight away, I'm learning how to actually help myself to grow. So that's it. You must understand straight away that as I grow myself differently, I'm looking for better ways to improve. And you have to understand straight away that today is a day, and it's a beautiful day, for me to search up for all these jobs and to start working today. And to just start working and just to start going and working is a different way for me today. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand straight away that as I'm growing myself differently, I'm looking for better ways to improve. I'm looking for better ways to say something, and I'm making sure that I'm improving myself along the way. But you must understand that no matter what, it's more how it is. And how it is, I understand straight away, it's very different for you, and I promise you it's very different for me as well. But I'm understanding straight away that I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning how to improve my lifestyle. I mean, you understand? And I'm learning how to actually help myself to succeed differently. So I'm learning from the situation at hand. I'm learning how to make my life much greater, and that's it. But you must understand something. That if you go through silence, then you'll find a way. You'll find a way of riches through silence. Understand? But that's a silent road, and you have to follow the silent road. Or if you follow the silent road, you find a better place to live in. You'll find something better when you live silently. But you must understand to teach yourself that, to go and do what the 10 Commandments of God says with everybody. So if the majority say this is what you must do, then you must do that. You understand? Because the majority is what the vote is. Because the vote goes to the majority of people. In a sense, so when the presidents are electing each other, and probably when election happens in terms of presidents, to choose a president, probably 56% may go to one president, and 40% may go to the other one. In a sense, so who wins? Of course, the president that has the most elections wins, because the majority wins. In a sense, because the majority always wins. In a sense, so what you do is follow the majority of people. That is Jesus Christ only. Jesus Christ is who you follow. Follow the minority of people while you understand that Jesus Christ is the only person that you follow. And I have a nice and beautiful Instagram where you can go and check out who to follow on life, in terms of my life. So I have a beautiful Instagram where you click on my Instagram through YouTube or through this video, where you can understand straight away Danny Milivojevic Instagram. And you can go and check out, to click in my Instagram bio link, and it will link you straight away to the actual mentors, or Danny Milivojevic mentors. And you have all this list of people that I follow. And there's over 200 people. In a sense, so go and check it out. So I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning how to actually help myself to succeed. So I'm saying that people just work, and they're able to work the 9-to-5 job. And you have to be able to work the 9-to-5 job as well. You have to be able to wake up early and work the 9-to-5 job just like everybody else. First, you have to be able to do that. And there's no excuses. Otherwise, you may become homeless. In a sense, so what do you want? Do you want homelessness, or do you want the 9-to-5 job? I'd rather work a 9-to-5 job than become homeless. In a sense, so make sure I understand straight away that what I'm doing right now is I'm learning how to focus. I'm learning how to become my best version. So no matter what, I understand straight away that I was in hospital recently. But now since I'm in hospital, I'm never in hospital. Since I came out of hospital, I'm understanding straight away that if I never went to hospital, actually guess what happens? Actually, I have to work the 9-to-5 job anyway. In a sense, so regardless of the situation, I'm doing much better now. I understand something about life. I'm understanding much more about life now. I'm enjoying myself in the process. I'm helping myself to deliver information. And that's it. You must understand that as I grow myself differently, I'm looking for better ways to improve myself. I'm looking for better ways to deal with life. So that's how I see life. And I see life very different. I see life very differently, comparing it to you. Every single day I'm learning how to actually grow myself differently. So no matter what I'm doing today, I'm learning how to actually help myself to succeed. And life is different. Life is a new opportunity. If you look at a 9-to-5 job as an opportunity to grow yourself, it's the best opportunity for you. In a sense, so what you can do is love your life differently, and you can understand straight away how to actually grow yourself in a different manner. And you have to understand straight away that you have to grow somehow. And you have to understand to have some insurance money in your pocket. You understand? So you have to work, and you have to work, guys. And you have to work. There's no other way to succeed other than to work at something. So Armin van Buuren does work in music production. And he does everything in music production that he can to succeed. And he has money. He has money because he made a lot of money in music production. And that's it. You must understand that he's one of them, and he's one of the all-time stars that you can go and look up to as a music producer and as an entrepreneur as well. Because he also is an entrepreneur, but he's a music producer. You understand? And he makes his lifestyle through just making music. You understand? But you guys have to understand that there are many people out there who are working 9-to-5 jobs. And there are many people out there who have no 9-to-5 jobs. You understand? So what you need to realize is you have to grow yourself differently, and you have to help yourself to love your life differently. So you have to understand that what's much better is loving life to the point of view of your life, where you can go and live your life much greater than your own life can. And you must understand straight away how you have to feel throughout life, yeah? I mean, you have to go and do your life much greater. So you must understand that no matter what I'm doing something different. I'm doing something different, I'm helping myself to improve. I'm making sure you understand straight away. There's no waiting for something. But you have to make the money, but you make the money and go. I mean, make the money then. I mean, understand? I mean, make the money. Because it's much better than jail time. Understand? Well, you must understand. It's much better to go make money than it is to go to prison. Yeah? Well, you must understand. So, what you want out of life is to be successful and to have money in your pocket. So the more money you have in your pocket, the better. But there's only so much more life and so much more time in life that you are living that you can do to succeed. Every single day is differently. And you have to understand that everybody lives different lifestyles. And everybody lives a different lifestyle. So you have to understand how to roster yourself throughout life, and you have to understand straight away how to grow yourself throughout life. So everything's different. And you must understand straight away how to understand something around life, where you can go and work just like everybody else, and go and learn how it is to actually make some money. And that's it. Well, if you understand how to make some money today, then you understand straight away how to love life. Obviously, you must understand that every single day I'm learning how to actually focus about life. I'm making sure that today I go to apply for a job today. And do I want full-time or part-time? Probably now, guess what? Probably if I make some money really quickly, I mean, guess what? I mean, full-time. I mean, full-time work. I mean, I work full-time. I understand delivery driver. I can go delivery driving. And I can go work as a delivery driver. And I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning how to grow myself in the process. I'm learning how to actually help myself in the process to do much greater. So I'm focusing on helping myself to succeed differently. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm learning how to pick up whatever I need to pick up and how to store everything in a truck. And I'm learning how to love life, yeah? So I'm understanding straight away that as I grow myself differently, I'm learning. I'm learning how to actually perform and outperform myself. So every single day I'm learning how to actually develop. I'm learning to develop myself in a different way. So I'm understanding straight away that I need to go and help myself to fight myself in the way that I'm growing myself. And I'm understanding straight away that I'm learning how to help myself to grow. So that's all I'm doing. I'm just doing a greater way of life for myself. I'm just making sure that I have nice and beautiful potential every single day to grow myself. But is my video winning any award academies or something like that? Probably yes. Probably I'm winning everything in this lifetime. I'm a Hong Kong star here. So yeah. So every single day, I'm learning how to understand straight away, guys, that it's not sure how you have to grow. You have to grow differently, and you must understand how it's much better to be a life coach and make money at life coaching people than it is to work a 9-to-5 job. I mean, you understand? So what do I need to do to make money as a life coach? Unfortunately, I need to go and make a business firm. I need to go and study how to actually do that for myself. So no matter what, I'm learning how to actually help myself to grow. And I'm coaching people for free anyway, but hands-on life coaching is something different, and I can do that online. I can work from my home. I can work from home. And I can work online from home, and I can make sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about helping myself to succeed. So every single day I'm learning how to love my life differently, yeah? So I'm understanding straight away that no matter what I do, that I'm learning how to actually grow myself differently through the process of life and fortune. And what you do is you give service first, and you make sure that no matter what, that you're learning how to life coach people to live a great life. And that's what you guys have to do all the time. And you have to learn how to life coach. So make sure you understand straight away how to live life much more differently, and how you have to understand straight away to grow yourself the best kind of way possible. So you must understand straight away that if you have life coaching techniques, and if you have something to be a life coach with, then give people some money to life coach you, hands-on, to show you the way, and to show you the way of approval, to understand straight away that you must understand how to grow yourself. First, you must understand how to develop yourself differently. So make sure you understand to give some money to somebody to grow you for something that you have. First, it's much more how it is. So make sure you understand straight away to love life. First, if you love life differently and you're making sure that no matter what that you're learning from the situation, then that's all you need for the word I.